Hello everyone and welcome to week number 3 of the 2015 season of Emerald Madden League here on Madden NFL 15 for the Xbox One. Sitting here now at 1-1, coming off of a tough overtime loss against the Colts in week 2. Still having some issues on offense that continued from last season, and defense is a little lacking too at times, so still very much a work in progress with this Jaguars team. But so as we get ready for week number 3 against the Saints, let's get right into the game here. And while we do that, let's go over how you can join one of the Ion Game Corner leagues. If you're interested, head on over to iongamecorner.wix.com/iongc. Hit the Madden 15 page on the right-hand side. That'll give you all of the info, rules, and teams that are taken for both the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 leagues. If you're interested in joining the Xbox One league, you want to contact me, you can hit me on Xbox Live. My gamer tag is Arethius. Or you can also reach me via email, iongamecorner@gmail.com. Or also on Twitter at iongamecorner. And if you follow me there, you'll also find out when I go live streaming my games of the league. For the PlayStation 4 league, you want to talk to Nick, who runs that one. You can contact him on PlayStation Network. Kagone is his handle there, Kagone. And you can also reach him on Twitter at NickOliveira87. So, let's see, we can bounce back from a tough loss in week 2. I mean, there's some positives to take away from that game. You know, it was an overtime loss, so I was right there with them. And the first half was a very good, it was a tale of two halves, really. The first half of the game, pretty well throughout. Had a 10-3 lead going into the half, and that was with them picking up a late field goal. But then the second half, it was completely all them. And then in overtime, they won the coin toss and just took the ball and drove right down the field and scored a touchdown to end the game. So hopefully, the defense can offer a bit more resistance this week.
Second and 9. Woodhead running right through the trenches.
Wow.
Woodhead takes the hit and brought down.
The defense doesn't want to give up runs like that, so how do they stop it? Well, they start crowding the line of scrimmage, so you keep crowding that line of scrimmage, look out, they'll throw it over the top.
Woodhead's lined up in a single back formation.
One thing to note, and you'll probably see the next time we come to the line of scrimmage here, that Jimmy Graham is not the Saints tight end. The newcomer TJ, who is the Giants, within the first 2 weeks has completely overhauled his roster, making a metric ton of trades, some of which I don't know. I mentioned this in the Facebook chat that we have for the league. I'm not sure how I feel about the idea of signing a couple of free agents just to immediately use them as trade chips. Seems like it's not in the spirit of how the system should work. But I mean, there's no rule in the league against doing it, and I mean, so it's not, you're not breaking any rules by doing it. It's something that I'm considering making a rule about in the future, but I know some people have their league set up so that you can't make trades with the computer at all. And I don't want to go that far, because I think you should allow some, I don't know, some measure of freedom and creativity for players. But I think it's questionable when you can just, you know, sign a couple of guys and then immediately use them to trade off for something else. But like I said, it's not against the rules now, and there's nothing that can be done about it now. But it's something that to consider. Maybe if you have any feedback on that issue, what you think about it, comment on either the chat here, or if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment what you think about that practice and how a commissioner should handle that. It was a nice little bounce back for the defense there after a rough start to the drive. I mean, ultimately, when you have a league, it's good to have rules in place, because it shows that it's it's an organized, it's a well-run league. And you also, I feel you don't want to regulate too much, like over-regulate, because it is a game and you still want people to have fun. So it's kind of that balance, I know, like, for me it's tough because I always like to try and promote realism in as many ways as possible, whether it's the games, the scores of the actual games themselves, or just the league in general. And it's tough to do because, I mean, no matter how you slice it, you're dealing with a video game, and unless you nice little first down here. I always joke about this with Nick, who runs the PlayStation 4 league, and he was in my Madden League, both the last two Madden games before we had the big divide between Xbox One and PlayStation 4. And I always used to joke about him that Nick is a gamer first and a football fan second. So as a gamer, he's going to find the ways to break the system, so to speak, or find the most efficient way to win. And there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's just, for me, my personal style and preference is that I like to have realistic stuff. But so it's always that thing, that balance that you're trying to. I talk about it a lot, especially if you look back to last season when I did the season recap, just to see some of the records that were broken, and not only broken but just absolutely shattered. And it's like, when it comes down to it, I mean, how what are you really going to do? I mean, we play on All Pro, and we could play on All Madden, I suppose, but then there was, I want to say there was four users that didn't make the playoffs. And it's one thing if you've got 16 to 20 users in your league. Yeah, obviously there's only 12 spots, but when you only have well, I think we ended with 9 at the end of last season, and 4 of them don't make the playoffs. I mean, it's that, like I say, it's that balance that you always have to shoot for as a commissioner. You obviously, you want to create a setup that you're comfortable with, as far as I'm comfortable saying that that's your league. But on the other hand, you don't want to drive people away. So it's one thing if you have like a full league and you got people banging on your door to get to
Good job
to
that
get
time by
in,
the offense.
so
They pick up a
you
first
can
down
kind
inside
of
the 20-yard
do
line.
whatever you
Now we'll see if they
want,
can
and
punch it in and get 7 points.
yeah, figure out what I'm doing here.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first
Because
down.
if you drive someone away, you generally have someone else quickly to replace them. But we haven't quite reached that point yet, so try and be as fair as possible.
And the carry to Ryan Matthews.
It's kind of the MO at this point.
That's good for only a yard or two.
Saints defense, they got backed up in their own red zone, but you know what? They came
Alright.
through that time. There's a run.
So this is one of the places that have been a struggle, is finishing off drives in the red zone and getting touchdowns instead of field goals. So
Second and goal from the 6. Still got it after the play action. Makes the catch.
oh,
And Matthews is
oh, and he's
brought
hurt.
down.
No. Let's hope it's not too serious.
And Matthews is still down, so we'll take a quick break.
Yes,
Be
he
back in
is.
just a moment.
That's no good.
Danielle Bellini is working to get us an update on that injury as soon as possible. Just a yard out.
All right, let's see if Lattimore can power this through. You know, it's funny.
The long drive continues.
I got Lattimore from,
Third and goal from the 1.
there we go, from Matt, the 49ers, in the offseason in a trade. He wanted Denard Robinson, and I didn't pay attention to the trade closely enough because I thought, and the reason why I accepted the trade was I thought I was getting Lattimore and a 3rd-round pick for Robinson, and in actuality, I was giving up the 3rd-round pick in Robinson to get Lattimore. So, oops, it's a goof on my part, but oh well.
Woodhead will run this one out. And they're all over him at the 18-yard line.
Pectoral strain will return soon.
Danielle's
Okay.
got
Ooh, I
an
didn't
injury
want to
update
put him back
for
in. I
us.
wanted to let him rest, but oh well.
Guys, I just spoke with a Jaguars official. Ryan Matthews' injury is a minor one, so they'll just take one more look at him, and then he should return later in the game.
So it was a good little drive there we put together, and finished it with a touchdown.
Woodhead, and that's a 2-yard gain.
And that's really been one of the Achilles heels of my offense with this Jaguars team, is that, you know, I'll drive downfield and have a decent drive, and then it'll stall, and I'll have to settle for the field goal. Ooh, I was still engaged with the offensive lineman there.
Well, we still got a close game here, and you got to try to keep it that way. It's 3rd and long, and you're losing the football game. Don't take a chance on the offensive side.
All right,
Wait for
going
your
to the
next
dime
opportunity.
here.
The Saints coaching staff was upset with how the game went last week. Today, they still trail, but it's been a much better effort here, Phil.
The coaches back these players into the corner after last week's game, and they got to be happy with the effort so far here today.
3rd down and 11.
Come on, get to him.
Going for the deep ball.
There we go.
Very nearly intercepted.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can
Nice
do.
drive on
3rd
defense
and
there,
long,
so
not
we'll get
easy
the
to
ball
pick
back
up
on a
first
quick
downs
3 and
in
out.
these type of situations.
Blackman's got it on the return. Has 12 on
So
this.
far already a much better start to the game defensively and offensively than last week's game. But be more important to keep it going through
The Jaguars come onto the field
the
now
second
for this
half
next
as well.
series.
That was the big problem in last week's game. Like I said, you know, really the first half,
First and
except for
10.
the last like 2 minutes of the half, I basically dominated, and then the second half it was complete other story. I couldn't do anything with the ball offensively.
There is no doubt. When you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Midway second quarter. Looking across the middle, finds short. And they bring him down at the 38-yard line.
The slant
Nice little
route, it's a timing route.
easy slant pitch and catch there.
Plants his outside foot at 5 to 6 yards and catches the football 8 yards down the field as he's going across the middle.
He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. It's Lee.
So in that play, while Lewis was the intended target on that kind of stop and go, really was watching that linebacker to see where he would go, if he was going to follow Lewis or keep underneath. Or he didn't keep underneath. I figured Lee was the safer option there.
Throwing now to his left, breaks the tackle, gains 17.
That's yeah, that's going to take us down to the 2-minute warning. So I'll just select a play to get there.
Get a long play out of it because it looks like a terrific throw and catch on the stat sheet. Good job that time by the short receiver making a long gain out of it.
They face first down. Matthews takes
Let's see if this hopefully middle will open up for this draw play here.
Will go draw. Tackle made by Bird that time.
The Jaguars,
Obviously, you know, this close to the end zone, really not interested in doing a hurry-up offense. Actually might start trying to drain some clock just in case. I mean, this is a weird situation because maybe you could still, if you get a quick 3 and out, you can get the ball back with some time. But I mean, realistically, under 2 minutes, and you're giving the ball back. I mean, who says I'm going to score right here anyway? So I mean, might as well take the clock down.
Keeps it here. It's Lee. Touchdown.
Nice. There we go.
This offense, they are so aggressive. I love it, man. Even though they had the lead, they kept pressing the issue, and they got another touchdown to increase that lead.
Count it.
Be interesting to go back and look at my games last year and see if there was any point in time that I had a 14-point lead, because I would be willing to bet the answer to that question would be a resounding no.
Cooks running this one out. And the tackle's made.
So we got 111, they're starting at the 25, and they have all 3 of their timeouts, so there's still plenty of time for them to put a drive together. So it's important to keep the pressure going on defense and not go completely into a prevent, but also don't want to play too stupidly.
The Saints will take the snap from the 25.
Ooh.
But the hit knocks the ball out. Incomplete.
Good anticipation that time by the defender. He gets to the receiver just as the football's arriving, and he makes a beautiful hit to knock the football loose.
I mean, if I do get a quick 3 and out, maybe, you know, you can second guess me wasting some before that touchdown, but nope, there's already a first down, so. Oops. Well, that play. Oh, they're in the dime here.
First down at the 36.
I mean, they're 4 receivers. Yeah, that was a mismatch there.
They take the football onto the opponent's side.
Make sure I get in the dime. Possibly should have taken a timeout there, noticing that they had 4 receivers in the field, and I would have had a linebacker matched up on Cooks, but
Breeze is going to take it from the shotgun. Breeze
keep it underneath.
Pass complete, but did not get them the first, so it's second down now. They're in the hurry-up mode. Breeze and shotgun
get to him.
Formation.
Oh.
Looking to the right side and throwing. Catch made along the
Wow.
sideline.
Jim, they got momentum on their side right now. They are making everything work.
I'm just going to stay in the dime here.
They pick up another first down, and
definitely passing situation, so why not keep the extra defensive back on the field.
Holston's lined up in the slot. Breeze from the shotgun.
There we go. They're not using their timeout, and they're not hurrying. Interesting. I'll send them corners here. Ooh, and their formation's actually going to help with me doing that. Nice. It's 3rd and 21. And that sack was huge because that right there, at least for the time being, pushed them back out of field goal range. So now they've got to make another play to get back in there.
Breeze is going to take it from the shotgun.
Oh, yeah. That is going to do it for the half. Assuming they're not going to bother kicking this.
And they get back to the quarterback and take him down.
That'll do it for the second quarter here.
Nice little rebound there by the defense with three straight sacks. Easy for me to say, to end the half. And I get the ball. I totally forgot about that. I thought I got the opening kickoff. So that was huge there, not to let up any points. That was one of the things that kind of started the momentum shift in the last week's game. Oh, why does it look like he's running through sand there? I let up that late field goal, which cut the lead to 7 going into halftime. Plus, Colts were receiving the second half kickoff. So really was a huge momentum turn to let them score right before the half. So hopefully that be a good omen here for the second half in this game that I did not allow them to do that.
I guess nobody in the NFL knows about pain more than running backs. Even though he was hurt and injured early in the game, he comes back in, and that time he created his own pain, broke the tackle, and picks up some yards.
And Matthews is taking the handoff, and he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first.
So I had a tough game with Matthews last week, or I say last week, it was yesterday, but only ending up with, it was like 35 yards I think for the day, and you know, that was after a 100-yard game in the first game. So it's good to see having a good running attack here. You know, like I mentioned, that was definitely one of my points of emphasis in the offseason, was to improve on the running game as much as possible, because it was really a huge hole in the offense for me last year. Alright, so we're going to have to watch this. I don't know if that's a safety or a dime back, but really watch him where he's going. If I can sneak this, come back in. If that corner or safety, whoever it was, had dropped into a zone, like a mid-zone, then there's no way that would have been open. You would have basically been trying to fit a throw between the two corners, and you're really gambling there, especially with a quarterback who isn't a superstar as far as accuracy goes.
Nothing like a good trap play. When you play defensive linemen who like to get up the field a little too quick, let them get up the field, have a pulling guard, knock them out, and then run in there behind them and get those yards.
Offense lines up here. Another carry here.
Nice trap block there by the offensive lineman.
Tackles made, and the first down is picked up.
I mean, between the upgrade to Matthews and then, I mentioned it in the last game, that I upgraded all 5 offensive line positions. I mean, that was pretty important, because that was, I think, offensively, still I've got a young quarterback who's, not the best as far as Madden's concerned with ratings and everything, but and my receivers are fine, not great, but not terrible either. But really, that was the one major area that the offense was really struggling with last season. So offensive line was priorities A, B, C, D, and E in the offseason. So I'm actually really quite satisfied with so far. Still, I mean, there's still room for improvement. I mean, the actually only 90 overall rated player on my entire team is my rookie left tackle. I should probably remember his name, since I happen to reference him so much in these, but so But everybody else is in the 80s, which is an improvement over last season when I had no offensive lineman at all rated in the 80s as overall.
Mounting a serious drive. They call his name,
which I know people who are really hardcore Madden players will tell you overall rating isn't the most important thing, and it's not. But you know, it's a quick snapshot barometer of your team. So I'm actually going to change Lee's route here into a slant to make sure he goes past the first down marker here. Nice.
There's the offense picking up another first down on 3rd down.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
First down here after the completion.
This has been a nice little drive. I mean, look at the time now, and I've basically taken, I have taken the entire 3rd quarter with this drive.
And the carry to
Oh.
The Saints defensive
So
coordinator,
just we'll let this clock run out.
Results there. He was guessing run inside the red zone. That's what he's got, and they were ready for it.
So
and
there we go. Nice
Nice
ball control drive there. You know, when you're up a couple scores and you can take away an entire quarter, you're significantly increasing your chances of coming away with a win. So we'll do a little play action here on 2nd and goal. See if we can't hit Lee here.
Down the field and taking their time. The final quarter underway now with this snap.
Ooh, didn't see him there. It was a risky, very risky throw.
Be on the road in Carolina next week, while the Jaguars will be on the road in Houston.
All right, so we got 3rd and goal from the 5. So we'll go with this tight end post.
The offense heads to the line for the 14th play of this drive.
But really, I'm going to be watching
This long drive continues.
shorts.
3rd and goal at the 5.
Get in there. Get in. Oh.
They failed to pick up the first on
Oh. 4th and goal from the 1.
today.
Oh, wow, another
All right, I'm going to go for the dagger here and just try and pound it in.
But he just falls short.
They bring back out the offense.
I'm going to drain this clock a little bit too before I snap it. You know, on one hand, maybe it would be the smart idea to just take the points. Now you're up 3 scores. But I mean, being up 21 at this stage in the game would really just end it. There we go. I mean, the downside there is if you don't get it, I mean, that's potentially a big momentum shift. But, you know, when you're talking about they need 2 touchdowns in 6 minutes. And really, feels like, oh, that was that one drive. I was going to say Matthews has to have more than 35 yards. Yeah, it could have been a huge momentum shift there if I had not got the touchdown. But they would have needed 2 touchdowns in about 6 minutes. They would have been backed up on their own 1-yard line. So I think that was a gamble, but it's as safe of a gamble as you can make probably in this game.
First down and 10. Throws the pass, pulls it in. Stills takes the hit and is brought down.
I guess all that's really left in this one is to see if the defense can preserve the shutout. So I'm not going to go into a prevent or a soft zone as a general rule here.
He's setting up here. He's been sacked 4 times.
Still going to put some pressure on at times. Ooh.
And that's a big time tackle that keeps them 3 yards short of the first down marker. Looking at the highlights now, here's a quarterback who has
oh, poor Drew Brees.
well today, Phil.
Let's look at Drew Brees getting bent in unnatural ways.
When the offensive line struggles, that's pretty good
I'm going to flip this blitz over.
Brees in shotgun formation.
Didn't do me one lick of good. The idea is I wanted to flip the blitzer coming from the other side based on where the running back was set up, so that if he was going out into a pass pattern, it would have been more of a free run for the blitzing corner. But also if he wasn't, if he was staying in the block, that it would also make it so that he would have to come across the formation to pick up the blitzer. Ooh.
Off the mark here as this throw heads out of bounds.
So bring a linebacker on a blitz here. See if we can't force a quick throw. Uh-oh. Wow. It was odd that the safety was just chilling back there with one of the other guys.
Well, the way the rules are in the NFL now, you can't hit the receivers, you can't hit the quarterback. And if you give the quarterback this kind of time,
I suppose the one thing that could still preserve the shutout is that, although it's 21 points, so they would probably be in punt mode if they were fourth and... There we go. If it was fourth and, you know, unmanageable outside of field goal range. So if it gets the fourth down, I'm not sure if they'll actually just kick the field goal.
He's setting up here. He's been sacked 5 times today. Really been beat up. Out to the left.
And moot point as they score a touchdown. Ooh. Yeah, what are you going to do?
Good job by the offensive coordinator calling those plays. Leads to a touchdown. They're just slowly chipping away at this lead. Now can the defense come out and help them out? The Jaguars.
So now, obviously, hopefully the idea will be to just run the rest of this clock out. Ooh, onside kick. Not sure why I didn't see that coming. That's right, not my hands team, but hopefully we can get this. Yeah, linebacker. Ooh.
Down at the 42. They come to the line.
Right, let's keep this on the ground, try and kill this clock here.
And the give to Ryan Matthews. That's a gain of 6.
There we go, 19 for 94. Bad. Let's see if we can't get him over 100.
And Matthews has got it on the handle. And they knock him down just a yard away from the first.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They were all over the run that time, and they only give up a short gain.
On the way, third
We'll
down.
let this go to the 2-minute warning. No sense in giving them more time than we need to.
Offense lines up here. 2 minutes to go before this one's in the books. Now third and short, following the run. Ryan Matthews takes the handoff. That's been the story of this game. Another third down conversion to move the chains.
All right, so we'll keep the ball on the ground here because now they're going to use all their timeouts. So
First down here after the run.
see if we can catch them off guard here. We will fullback handoff inside.
Gets the handle here. They bring him
Nice little gain there by the fullback.
Timeout is called, so we're going to take a quick break and return.
One of his maybe 10 carries on the season.
And it's now 2nd down and 5 after running it on first down. Offense lines up here. And Matthews is going to take the handoff now. Vaccaro on the tackle.
All right, so now they're out of timeouts.
Gonna step aside. Be back in
So
just
basically
a
this game is over. First down here completely seals it without a doubt, but so should be able to get here 1 yard.
Offense lines up here. And the carry to Ryan Matthews. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
So I could kneel down now and end the game, but we'll just run a few more run plays.
You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
New set of downs.
I'm not going to do anything goofy. But
right back to him. To the outside, Matthews.
nice.
And gets the first down.
Jim, the defense gives up the first down that time inside the
Well,
red
let's see if we
zone.
can punch it in.
But there's only so many things the offense can do. Let's see if they can hold them.
That defensive front looks impenetrable here on the goal line.
Take this clock down a bit first.
First and goal. They'll run it with him again.
There we go. Nice. Nice little drive there.
Touchdown.
What a job by the offense. So little time left.
And that's what having a running game can do for you folks.
The game. Nice job by the whole football team today, but especially on the offensive side.
The Saints really couldn't afford to give up any points there. They're trailing late in the fourth. The score's 28-7. Josh Scobie ready for the kickoff. That's a touchback. The ball will be spotted at the 20.
So this has been a solid win here. So
The
see if we
Saints
can
are set now for their
finish
next
this off here.
possession. Cooks in the slot. Now first
Quite
and 10.
satisfied with how this one's gone. Yeah, another
It's a
sack.
That's second down coming up. Time continues to tick away as they'll rush back to the line.
They spiked it.
Now he stops the clock with a spike.
Why would you do that?
It's
Yeah, we'll send some more blitzers here. Why not?
It's a dime look for the defense on this play. Breeze is going to take it from the shotgun. Reaches up high for it, and he's got the catch. The coach is going to go for it.
Oh, and they're gonna
They'll
go for it
to
on
the
fourth
hurry
down.
up here as the clock runs. Breeze in shotgun formation.
And incomplete.
Incomplete. Great coverage there by the defense.
Jim, they're in the red zone, and what they have to do here is score as fast as you can so you can give yourself a few more
Alright, so we shall go into victory formation now and just get this thing over with.
This series begins for the
So,
offense with a very good chance to
real
score.
complete win here, both sides of the ball. Offense played really well.
Takes the knee.
And the defense shut out for most of the game. So
How much sweeter is practice?
this actually, I
gonna
think,
be
is probably
this
the
week after
best
the
win
on that
I have
sideline?
had
Once you win, practice is easier because your confidence
as far as
is
just a
high.
total team
You
effort
feel
and not
good
a
about
real
what
nail
you've done
biter.
from the previous week because you won.
So let's
I think it always gives you a
get to
better
the
chance
stats here
win
and
the
take a look at.
following week because you feel so
Wow,
good when you're
look
out
at
there
that completion
practice.
percentage. 91.6 for Bortles. Very efficient game. So 11 of 12 for 119 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Perfect. Breeze 13 of 18 for 155 and a touchdown. Rushing. There we go. Nice day on the ground for Ryan Matthews. 125 yards, 5 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns. Lattimore added a touchdown. Held Woodhead to 16 yards, so let's see, receiving. Cecil Shorts again leading the way. 4 catches for 39 yards. Really none of their guys went crazy, so and defense, we're gonna see a lot in this category. Yeah. 2 sacks for Marsh. Gray, Branch, Webster, and Puzzlesny all had a sack each, so solid game all around here for good old Jaguars. Let's exit this game here. Yes, I am sure I want to exit the game. Alright, so back in the menu here, let's head on over to the action screen. Let's see, what do I get for goals here? Facing a bad offense on the road. Facing a bad offensive line. Ah, well, wonder why I had so many sacks. Alright, so there you have it. 28-7 victory over the Saints to improve to 2-1. Over 500. Hopefully we can keep it that way. So look at that. Look at that defensively. Right there, 100 and was that 24 total yards allowed defensively. I guess that's factoring in all the sacks that we got on Breeze. So nice little victory here. All right, so that's gonna do it here. Let's once again just go over if you are interested in joining a connected franchise league for either the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4. We've got both options available for you. Head on over to iongamecorner.wix.com/iongc. Find that Madden 15 page on the right hand side. They'll give you all the rules, all the info, all the teams that are already taken for both leagues, and all the contact info, but I'll give that to you right now. If you want to join the Xbox One League, you want to contact me, you can hit me on Xbox Live. My gamer tag is Arethius. You can see it right there underneath the Jaguars logo. Also, you can reach me via email, iongamecorner@gmail.com. Just let me know your gamer tag and tell me that you want to join, and we'll get you an invite sent to you. And the other way to get in touch with me is via Twitter @iongamecorner. Follow me there, send me a message, give me feedback on these videos, and also that'll let you know when I'm going live. For the PlayStation 4 League, you'll want to talk to Nick, and you can reach him via PlayStation Network. His handle is Kagone, Kagone. Also, you can reach him on Twitter @NickOliveira87. So, plenty of options on both the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 for you Madden players out there. So that is going to do it. Once again, 28-7 victory for the Jaguars here in week number 3. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this, and we'll be back for week number 4 of the 2015 season of the Emerald Madden League here, Madden NFL 15 on the Xbox One.